So I left work early today because I thought my vertigo had come back this morning. My vertigo kind of just pops out of nowhere. I don't know what my trigger is or if there even is a trigger, but that's what I thought it was. I got home, kind of forced myself to eat a yogurt and an apple just because it was around 7:30 when I got home. And I need to take my medicine, and my medicine requires food, otherwise I'm going to get like nauseous. I didn't really want to feel the effects of vertigo and nausea, so did that. About 30 minutes later, I threw it all up. I guess it wasn't vertigo. I'm thinking it was the coffee I drank. Either the coffee was just too strong for me, or the cream I put in the coffee was way past expiration and I didn't realize it because I poured it in coffee, and I poured it in a room temperature coffee and then put it in the fridge overnight. So I don't know if mixing it with the coffee kind of took away the sour smell of spoiled milk. So I'm thinking it's one or the other. Either the coffee was just way too strong for me and it hit me really hard, or the milk was spoiled and it just completely ran its course through my system and made me throw up. And I feel better now. I mean, I passed out until now. It's around 11:30. So I think I'm just gonna kind of lay off coffee for the foreseeable future and go back to tea. I have so much tea that I need to go through. It's pretty ridiculous, but I'm gonna start with this. These are tea drops. I've always been interested in these, but the other day I think my store just has too much of these, and these don't really sell because they are expensive. I think they're around $8 or $9 for 10 little packages of these tea drops. So yeah, it's close to $1 per little drop, which is pretty nuts. And so I picked this up for 99 cents just to try it. Citrus ginger. I think it'll be, sorry for all the noise. So this is how it comes. Pretty interesting. It's actually really thick too. I wonder if it has sugar in here. It's light on the ginger. I could smell more of whatever citrus that they have in here. Actually, what is in here? Let me see. Oh yeah, it does have raw sugar in here. Okay. Orange peel, ginger, spearmint, orange extract, lemon extract. Interesting. Okay, let's take it to the water. The concern I have with this tea is that I don't know if the remnants of the little tea drop are gonna stay down there, or if it's 100% dissolvable. That's why I like tea bags more than anything. They're just convenient, and you don't get any residue from leftover tea leaves in a tea bag. Sometimes I do when I make it wrong. A loose leaf tea, I don't use the right teapot or the right strainer, then a lot of tea residue gets through. But for loose leaf tea, I don't really mind it, just because it's, all natural and stuff like that. Okay, I think it looks okay right now. When my tea cools, I'm going to start reading Earthlings and watching some Modern Family as kind of background noise, since I haven't seen the series, or I haven't rewatched the series in maybe over a month or so, which is pretty long for me. I chose Earthlings because this is from the same author as Convenience Store Woman, and I kind of just wanted to see more of her writing instead of going into a different author. And I like I said in my last video, I kind of want to research this author. I don't know, a lot of authors these days have blogs or maybe a Instagram account where she does behind the scenes stuff. I don't know, it'd be interesting to see her thought process for especially the Convenience Store Woman, like any interviews or something. But I really like her writing so far. It's just very straightforward, very sharp. The humor in Convenience Store Woman was, I think, perfect for me. I don't know if this book will have it, just because it's a different take on asexuality. I don't know. That's why I chose this book to kind of push on the main focus of all the other Japanese literature books that I recently got. But yeah, hopefully by the end of the week I'll have enough. I've read enough to have some discussion on it. Okay, so I'm probably not gonna be able to finish rereading the Odyssey before the movie comes out, and unless I could convince my mom to go watch with me, it's not something I'm like really itching to watch. I more like horror movies and comedy movies. I think those are at least for me, those are the movies that are worth going to the theaters for. Also like action-packed movies with Gerard Butler or Jason Statham, those kind of movies. So that lets you know kind of who I am and the kind of person that'll pay for a movie ticket these days. But it looks fantastic. I want to watch it one way or another in the near future. And I was trying to remember when the last time I actually read it. I know I read, I think it might have been 2019. When I was in my MFA program that I read it actually start to finish. And then before that in undergrad, I think I read portions of it where I know this is not it, but the author Robert Fagles was the edition I had for a really long time. His version of the Odyssey, and I remember. I think I remember. In that class, I honestly I don't remember specifics, but I know I remember reading and listening to my professor kind of explain the differences between translations and stuff like that. Oh, maybe it was in a translation class because I had to take a linguistics class, and one of them a translation class covered that linguistics requirement. So it might have been that class where I just got a brief overview of how translations differ depending on the translator. And this is the one from, I recently just got this one just because I do remember bits of it from college, and it being just a kind of like weird, I don't know if weird is the right word here, but I guess normal. I know that's not the right word either, but it was a lot easier to digest, the little portion that I read way back when. I just wanted this for reference of the author in case you're interested in his translation of the Odyssey. This is his name. And just very quickly, I think he kind of keeps it very very similar. I'm not entirely sure if this is iambic pentameter because I'm terrible at, oh my god, I'm terrible at reading the stresses in words, and I was the idiot in class, like always clapping like iambic. Okay, where's the stress in that? So yeah, I was never one for that. Whenever I write poetry, I just write whatever. I'm usually writing prose poems just because it's the best of two worlds for me, and I don't really have to stress myself out trying to fit into an actual poetic form. So when it comes to the Odyssey, this was the one I kept on for I guess 7 years now, and has some sticky notes and stuff like that. I don't have my notes. I think I threw them away when I moved back home, unfortunately. But I have some little notes right here. I don't know if I want to. So I got this one so I could read it a lot quicker than Fitzgerald's translation here, which is let me show you very quick. Which is again takes on the poetic form here. As you can see right here, the first little stanza right there that we have, or first few lines that we have, as compared to this, which again, like I said earlier, it's much more manageable and easier to follow. So let me see right here. And I think that's I think that's why I kind of like the Divine Comedy version that I'm reading right now, just because it's a lot easier to not that the Divine Comedy as as always written. Okay, you can't really see that, but you could get the difference. You could pause it on the other sections. I'm always interested in this is the one from a few videos ago that I'm reading, where this translator kind of changes the language a little bit as well to be more modern, but also changes the form as well, which I found interesting. I was like, oh, you know, these three little lines, something I haven't seen much done in the poetry world when it comes to translators kind of taking initiative to do the things that they do. Damn, this guy was born in 1934? Why does he look so young? No, I don't believe it. So this one, yeah, I highly recommend. I'm still reading through this one. As you can see, it's pretty slim. I don't know yet if it covers every little thing in the Dante's Divine Comedy. 418 pages. But if you're just looking for something that's a little bit unique and kind of strays from the path of what we've been given for quite a while in terms of Divine Comedy, I would say go with this. I feel like there's another Odyssey. I could have sworn I had a different translation where it was prose. I could be thinking of a different epic. Probably there's one out there where it's prose. But I would say if you're like a little bit hesitant to just dive into poetry, especially epic poetry, I would find find a version that fits your reading style, whether it's Wilson's more modern take that's easier to follow, or if you want to do with the more academic versions that are given to a lot of college students, say go with that. If you want a challenge, if you want something pretty unique, I would say look for more translations that or interpretations that the authors really put their own little spin on it, kind of stuff like that. Yeah, there's a lot going out there. There's a lot happening out there in terms of in the world of translation of epic poems from hundreds to thousands of years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, I should probably look up some of these. I haven't read The Song of Roland in a really long time, but I enjoyed it. Especially as someone who has zero knowledge of the historical context of this story. It was really interesting to see. Also, Beowulf. I know Beowulf has a lot of graphic novels. I think maybe not a lot, but enough out there for those versions of the story to be more popular than the poetic version. But yeah, I would say if you're interested in poetry, reading poetry, definitely kind of Google some things of different translations or modern translations or prose translations. I think will probably be the most accessible to most people. I think it'll keep everyone a little bit engaged as opposed to having all the poetic forms given, and you're trying to like follow, or you're trying to read out loud and you don't really know if it's supposed to rhyme or not, because a lot of people they hear poetry and they think, okay, it's gonna rhyme all the time, and then, you know, when people read poetry that doesn't rhyme at all but it has like really cool language and really cool diction and stuff like that, then they're a little bit confused. They're like, wait, why is this not like Cat in the Hat kind of stuff? So I would say take the plunge if you're interested in poetry but a little afraid of it. Go to a used bookstore, spend as little money as possible, because if you don't like it, you could take it back and get maybe half your money's worth, or pass it on to a friend, put it in a little free library in your neighborhood, kind of stuff like that. But yeah, I'll end my little spiel right here, and hopefully, I think the movie comes out July 29th or something, or honestly, it might even come out this week. I'm not entirely sure. It might even come out tomorrow. I don't know. But either way, I'm gonna take my time reading this. Maybe it'll be my secondary summer poetry read after this guy.